Hey everyone, Dr. Rowe coming to you from SpineCare in St. Joseph, Michigan. In this video, we're going to go over the best exercises that can give instant upper back pain relief, even within 30 seconds. These exercises work by releasing joint stiffness and targeting tightness in the two main muscles that cause upper back pain, the upper trapezius and levator scapula. Just as a quick note, each one of these exercises works differently. They're going to be shown in different positions and target different muscles. To get the best results, go through them all and use what gives you the most relief. With that being said, let's get started. Here's a really easy stretch that will target both the upper trapezius and levator scapula. You can do this when standing or seated. So whatever side that you have the most amount of pain, let's say it's our right side, take the arm and hand on that side, bend your elbow at 90 degrees, and now slide your arm across your lower back as much as you can. At this point, you should start to feel a really good stretch forming in your upper back that works towards the top of the shoulder. This one really targets the upper trapezius. So we're going to hold this position and now take the hand on the other side, hook the side of our head. Now slowly pull your ear towards the other side shoulder. You should start to feel a really good stretch in your neck that works towards your shoulder into the upper back. Once you feel that, hold this position and now slowly turn to look upward towards the ceiling. So I'm turning my chin upward like this. Do this slowly because you are going to feel a really deep stretch across the upper back. Hold this comfortably for 30 seconds, release it, take a breather, and then repeat this 3 to 5 times. And with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. So to take this one to the next level, we can do another stretch that's going to target more across the levator scapula. So with this one, again, whatever side that you have the most amount of upper back pain, let's say it's our right side, you're going to slowly turn to look towards the other side's shoulder as much as you can. When you can't go any further, you're going to hold this position, take the hand on the other side, hook the back of your head, and now slowly pull your chin downward towards the floor, towards the other side's armpit. We call this one the armpit sniffer for good reason. This one is going to stretch more across the neck area, towards the top of the shoulder, but towards the top of the shoulder blade too. At this point, let's hold it for about 30 seconds, release it, repeat this 3 to 5 times. But I would go through both of these movements. The odds are you're going to find that one just offers a little bit more relief. And at that point, keep throwing repetitions in until everything is nice and loose. Just remember though, whatever you do on one side, always do on the other to keep everything in balance. This exercise is called Angels in Swimmers. We're going to start seated with really good upright posture. Just have your back nice and straight. The first movement is called the Angel, which is the gold standard for upper back pain relief. What we're going to do is put our hands right off towards our side, palms facing forward. What you're going to do next is press your hands backward until you feel a really good stretch in your chest, but more importantly, it should feel like your shoulder blades are starting to pinch. Build into this one and then hold it and now mimic doing a snow angel on the ground. So we're going to sweep up like this, lifting our hands towards the ceiling. When our hands are straight up towards the ceiling, we're going to hold this position and now shrug our shoulders upward as much as we can. You should feel a deep activation of the muscles across the upper back, especially the upper trapezius. Hold this comfortably for a couple seconds, release it, and then sweep down like this. And from there, you can take a breather. But I would try to do this about 10 to 15 times, and with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. So to take this one to the next level, we can do what are called swimmers, which are going to focus on some more muscles, especially across the shoulder blade into the shoulder. So for this one, we're going to put our arms and hands out in front again like this, palms facing forward. But this time around, we're going to do a slow circular motion with our hands, and with each circle, make the next one a little bit bigger to the point where it feels like you're swimming just like this. Really focus on engaging the shoulders and shoulder blades with this one. But I like to do about 10 to 15 circles in one direction and then switch it up in the opposite direction and then repeat. And if you really want to make this challenging, instead of having your palms facing forward, have them facing backward like this and then repeat. It's a lot harder to do. But go through both of these motions and use the one that offers the most relief. This exercise is called the hook and pull, and it's a really good one because it's going to find the right position and movement that will offer the most upper back pain relief. You can do this when standing or seated. The first thing that we're going to do is make hooks with our fingers and lock them together. And with this one, it doesn't matter which hand is in front. In fact, during the exercise, switch it up and go with what works best for you. But you're going to hook your fingers together, put your hands really close towards your chest. Now the movement is trying to pull our hands apart, but we're going to resist against that movement. The more that you try to pull apart, the more that you're going to feel a deep activation in the upper back muscles, especially in between the shoulder blades. So build into this one as much as you can. What we're going to do is hold this position for about 5 seconds, release it, and repeat this about 5 to 10 times. With each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. So to take this one to the next level, what we can do is start adding in some motions. So instead of just keeping your hands by your chest, what I like to do first is a slow circular motion like this, and with each circle making the next one a little bit bigger to the point where it is really big. So maybe try to do about 5 to 10 circles, and then from there switch it up in the opposite direction and then repeat. You can also do this up and down, side to side, diagonally. You can do shapes, letters, write the alphabet. The odds are though, when you do this, you're going to find that one certain movement, like right here for me, just swinging towards the right, it just really stretches into tightness, offers a lot of relief. At that point, I like to keep building into that movement over and over again until everything is nice and loose. Here's a great stretch called thread the needle. We're going to start on a floor on all fours like this. Have your hands roughly shoulder width apart, legs roughly hip width apart. First thing that we're going to do, take our hands, walk them forward until we feel a really gentle stretch forming in our upper back. Once we feel that, we're going to take our fingers, grip into the floor so they don't slip during this exercise. Let's tuck our chin towards our chest and now rock our whole body backward, taking our butt towards our heels. At this point, you should feel a really good stretch in your upper back. To deepen it though, just allow your chest to sag a little bit further towards the floor. So we're going to hold this position and now take one arm and hand off the floor, have our elbow bent at 90 degrees, put it underneath our chest, and now reach towards the other side. And with this one, try to do a scooping motion, moving through your shoulder blade as much as you can. You should feel a really good stretch across the upper back, across the shoulder blade. But to deepen it, just lower your shoulder and rotate your shoulder like this downward towards the floor. So at this point, I like to hold it for about 20 to 30 seconds. And during that time period, just do nice, slow, controlled breathing. Let that tension out. You're going to release it, take a breather, and then repeat this on the other side. Try to do this nice and slowly for 3 to 5 repetitions on both sides. But if it feels like one side needs a little bit more attention, just keep throwing repetitions in until everything is nice and loose. To take this one to the next level though and make it a little bit more challenging, give this motion a try. So let's get back into our original position of rocking backward. Let's let our chest go towards the floor. We're going to take one hand off, put it on the back of our head, and now wing our elbow upward towards the ceiling as much as we can, moving through the shoulder blade as much as we can. You're going to feel a deep activation of those upper back muscles. This time around, let's hold it for about 5 seconds, release it, and then repeat this on the other side. And try to do this about 5 to 10 times on both sides. But go through all of these movements. The odds are you're going to find that one just offers the most relief. And at that point, keep throwing repetitions in until everything is nice and loose. This is the foam roller method, and it's by far one of the best ways to relieve both muscle tightness and joint stiffness in the upper back. We're going to need a 24-inch high-density foam roller. These are really inexpensive. You can find them locally at any sporting goods department, but if you would like to pick one up online, I'll leave a link in this video's comment section and description for this exact one. So let's break this exercise down. We're going to start on a floor, and we're going to place the foam roller horizontally at the bottom of our shoulder blades. From here, we're going to have our legs roughly hip width apart, knees bent, feet flat. Take your hands, put them on the back of your head for support. So we're going to drive our heels downward into the floor and then slowly lift our hips upward, placing all of our upper body weight onto the foam roller, again, right at the bottom of our shoulder blades. From here, what we want to do is start to roll up and down using our leg strength. And as you do this, you want to arch your back over the curve of the foam roller. So I just like to let gravity take my head and shoulders like this downward. And as you go up and down, this feels really, really good, like a deep massage that opens up the upper back. And you might get a sudden pop, crack, or release with this one. That is completely normal. But try to do this from the bottom of the shoulder blades all the way up towards the shoulder and the base of the neck. If you find that one spot needs a little bit more tension, just keep rolling over that spot and really arch your back into it at the same time. So to get a little bit of a deeper stretch though, what you can do is stop right over a spot that feels like it's really tight and then press your head downward and your elbows at the same time and just really arch into it. And at that point, try to hold it for a little bit longer, more about 20 to 30 seconds, and just do nice, slow, controlled breathing. Let that tension out and just repeat that over any spot that is needed. So if you do have a little bit more pain or discomfort off to one side, especially over a shoulder blade, what you can do to target that side a little bit more is tilt your body like this. So I'm tilting towards my right, and at that point I can roll over the muscles right off to the side of the spine and right over the shoulder blade. This one is perfect for muscle knots in the upper back. So give that a try towards the right and also towards the left. But if you want to take this exercise to the next level, give this a try. So for this one, I'm going to switch it up and now place the foam roller vertically, pretty much from the bottom of my head all the way down my spine. Just make sure that your head is supported with this one. We're going to take our hands and arms and put them off towards our side, palms facing towards the ceiling. Now what you want to do is press your palms downward towards the floor as much as you can until it feels like a really good stretch in your chest, but more importantly, it should feel like your shoulder blades are starting to pinch. You're going to hold this and now do a slow motion of a snow angel on the ground, trying to press your hands down at the same time. You're going to feel a ton of muscles start to fire across the upper back, shoulders, and the neck. I like to do this for about 15 repetitions, just nice and slowly going up and down. But afterwards, see how you feel. If it feels like it needs a little bit more, just keep repeating this over and over again until everything is nice and loose. To target some more muscles though, what you can do is a swimmer motion, very similar to that exercise that we did earlier in this video. So this time around, I just put my arms and hands out in front of me. I like to start with my hands right up towards the ceiling, and then I just start to do a slow circular motion like this, to the point where it feels like I'm mimicking swimming in a pool, and really focus on moving through your shoulder blade and shoulders with this one. Try to do about 10 to 15 really good circles, and then switch it up in the opposite direction and then repeat. But go through both of these movements. If one is offering a little bit more relief at that point, just keep throwing repetitions in until everything is nice and loose. If the exercises help, please support the channel by giving this video a like and maybe subscribing too. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.